people, Dwayne, why do people like you? Oh, okay.
How is it going today? Loyalist Kingdom, my name's Dwayne.
My name's Jasmine.
We're Dwayne and Jazz, and I know you're looking at this cover case. This is Jasmine's computer we're using. You know, she just put a new wallpaper on it.
I love it.
Really pressed about it. It looks very nice, I must say. So she's like, let's use my computer today. So
I like it. I like the drip. It's like icing drip.
Yeah.
I hate you.
And that light always goes out.
My
1
God.
second. Yeah, so that happened. But anyway, let's dive on in. Today we have Subliminal Messages in Songs by Shane.
Yes. We didn't see it yesterday. We did another one.
We had another one yesterday, but let's dive on in.
Alright.
Today we're going to be doing another creepy video. Now today's video we're going to be talking about something that I am obsessed with. Oh,
Me
thank
too.
you.
Oh,
Cat.
oh. That's
Are you
his new cat.
scared? It's okay, Dad, I got you. We're going to be talking about creepy hidden messages.
I love it.
Songs.
Look at that tail.
Now, just a couple weeks ago we talked about how if you reverse Britney Spears' song Hit Me Baby One More Time, you can hear her saying, sleep with me, I'm not too young.
Yeah.
Every time they reverse songs, it just gets that creepy.
And there's so many other subliminal messages supposedly found in music and music videos.
Yeah, I heard.
We talked about it before that a lot of people think Taylor Swift does a lot of Illuminati.
I believe that.
Yeah, I believe it now.
that.
References.
Now.
Yeah.
People even think that Justin Bieber has subliminal messages
Oh.
in his music videos.
I do
especially the
see
one
some
where
little
he's
demon ones.
yup.
popping up in and out, but there is so much more than just that. So today we're going to be
Here we
talking
go.
about a few of the creepiest.
Just don't let
First
any of
one
my
we're gonna talk about is even
Oh, it's
idols
gonna
be
happen.
there.
right
It's
there
gonna
for
be
you
there.
to hear for yourself. And that is the true meaning behind the song Hotel California. So in
Oh, I love that
1977, there was a band named the
Already.
Eagles who were huge. And one of their, have you actually listened to the lyrics? Because they are crazy. Now before I play you those lyrics, let me give you a little background information on what people think this song is actually about. People think the lyrics in this song are not about a hotel, but in fact, they're about cults, witchcraft, sex slavery, demons, and human sacrifice.
Oh my
now,
God.
in the song, it is said that if you reverse it, you can hear him talking about Satan. So here's a piece of the song playing normally. And now here is that same piece of the song, but backwards. I know, fucking creepy. And that's not even the scariest part of the song. There are lyrics that aren't reversed that are just as creepy as that. I mean, this next part of the song is very clearly about going to hell and seeing the devil. Listen.
In the master's chambers,
I remember that part.
gathered for the feast. They stab it with their stealing eyes, but they just can't kill the beast.
And they
I never paid attention to that. I just.
The nightman.
Like said the nightman, we are programmed to receive. You can check out anytime you like,
But you could never leave.
Now, a lot of people think that the frontman of the Eagles sold his soul to the devil. Like
For
we talked about
fame,
before,
yeah.
A lot of musicians supposedly sold their soul to the devil.
Who said it? Lady Gaga? Was it Katy Perry said
Katy
that?
Perry said it a lot.
If you look at the album cover art and you zoom in behind the party, some people say that you could see Satan hiding in the shadows.
Oh no.
What the hell is that?
That's so much bigger than
Oh,
Britney Spears,
no,
like 5
uh-uh.
million. Alright, so this next song we're going to talk about is very surprising.
Oh, my
because
goodness.
when you
What's
listen to
it?
it, it just sounds like a fun pop song. but it's-
Look, he looked like
there's a song out
a
there
black girl
called
back
Big
then.
Boobs by an artist named
I mean,
Jasmine.
yeah, I get it a
She's a
little
pop artist. She makes really fun
Like the
pop
hairstyle you
songs,
got.
but in this song, she put in a
I'm just
message
playing.
that you could only hear when you reverse it. Okay, so let's play the song normal and listen for the weird talking.
Okay.
It ain't over yet.
I can go fast. I can go fast.
What was that?
Yeah, what was
Reverse
that?
This is what she says. Yeah, she's talking very specifically about number 13 on the 13th floor.
Yeah, that was clear. That was.
Yeah.
13
That was
is
clear.
an important number to the Illuminati. So is she talking about being in the Illuminati or trying to get away from the Illuminati? I mean, if you look at the music video, she literally does the symbol.
No, not Nelly.
She's doing it.
Have you ever noticed
She's doing
that
it.
elevators usually don't have a 13th floor? They don't. It's said that 85%
Yeah.
of elevators do not have a 13th floor because
Right.
they think it's unlucky. Now,
Ooh,
now listen, I don't know
what?
exactly what she means by this.
What?
Yeah, I never realized that.
Oh my
Jay,
gosh.
This story
ooh.
is really sad and just intense.
Please don't be
And
somebody
that is
I
the
know.
story of a Judas Priest song that led two people to try to kill themselves. In 1979, Judas Priest had a song called Better
Yeah,
by
don't know.
You, Better Than Me. And in 1990, a 20-year-old man named James Vance and a 19-year-old man named Ray Belknap went to a playground of a local church and shot themselves in the head.
What?
Ray died instantly, but James survived.
Oh.
He ultimately killed himself a few years later, but when he survived the gunshot, he was left with a horribly disfigured face.
Oh,
You're
my
probably wondering,
Lord.
what does this have to do with the song? Well, the families of Ray and James sued Judas Priest because they said that there were subliminal messages in the song that led their children to try to kill themselves. Now, supposedly, when you listen to the song, you can hear a subliminal, do it, do it. And of
What?
course, the parents are claiming that
What he say to do it,
Do it.
just do it,
Just
do it.
do it.
Oh, here you go.
Did you hear it?
No.
Let's play it one more time.
I heard
Judas
it.
Priest actually had to
It's like a
court.
do it.
Like, this became a serious thing. Just listen to them in court saying that there are no subliminal messages.
Are there subliminal duets on the Better By You, Better Than Me song?
Absolutely not.
Well, here is a video of James talking about the incident after he survived his suicide attempt. Check it out.
About 5
Ooh.
times over arguments, over music, over it wasn't over drugs, it wasn't over alcohol, it was over the music.
I know.
Oh my Lord.
Now the lawsuit was thrown out because there was no merit, like they could not
Ugh.
prove that, but ultimately two people did lose their lives, and they blame a song. Okay, so this next song is not subliminal, it's just fucking creepy. And that is the song called People Say I'm No Good by Charles Manson. Now Charles Manson is a very evil man, and he even claims to be the devil. Like, that's how evil he is.
What?
Is Charlie Manson crazy?
But whatever that means, sure, he's crazy as mad as a hatter. What difference does it make? You know, a long time ago, being crazy meant something. Nowadays, everybody's crazy.
Yeah, just check out how
Sorry,
crazy
that's
he
funny.
actually
Everybody is crazy.
What do you think it is about you that makes people want to be a part of whatever it is you're a part of?
Yeah. Hey.
It was always brand new. I'm on the premise of reality. I walk a real road. I'm a real person inside.
He just did a freestyle like dance just now. Why do people, Dwayne? Why do people
Now, Charles
like
Manson got
you?
life in prison for what he did.
Oh, okay.
This is one of his songs
Like,
that
what?
went insane, and it's called People Say I'm No Good. Check it out.
Everybody says you're no good. Cause you don't do like they think you should. You expect them to act like you.
Just
What?
hearing that song and knowing what he did, it's just, oh. Now speaking of music and murder, this next story is insane. This is the story of a song called Texas Boy. In 2000, there was a hip-hop artist named Big Lurch. He released a song called
You know
Texas
him?
Boy that talks about
No, everybody
cutting
that
a
is
machete
big
and
usually
cutting a
dies.
killer. Here's a clip of that
That's
song.
very true.
It's pretty intense.
Up in this game, peppin', boy, already. Quick and successive with the machete, boy, already.
Do it.
Years
I'm sorry, I just had
after the
this.
song, the neighbor
Already.
was standing in front of an apartment building, naked, covered in blood,
Oh.
staring at the sky. Inside the apartment that he was standing in front of was the body of a 25-year-old woman named Tanisha, who had just been brutally murdered with a knife. She was found with her chest torn open
Ooh.
and teeth marks on her face. Now, the teeth marks weren't just from him biting her. The cops found out that he started to eat her, and he ate some of her organs.
What?
Supposedly this occurred because he went on a meth binge the day before, but some people think maybe that's just an excuse. Either way, he is in prison and he will be there for the rest of his
I bet he will.
Now, if you go back and
Okay.
listen to that song, it makes it even scarier.
Rocking up cocaine and selling weed. The devil is receiving this child, the bad seed.
Now, this last song we're going to talk about doesn't have any hidden
I don't know, everybody
messages in it.
calls
It's just
themselves
kind of
a bad
hidden
seed these
song
days.
that's very
Yeah.
In 1995, Michael Jackson released a compilation
Michael.
album called History. And inside that album was a song called Little Susie. Now, before we get to what the song is
Not
about,
Michael.
just listen to the very beginning of it and tell me it's not one of the creepiest songs you've ever heard.
What? That sounds like some horror movie beginning stuff.
Yeah, Definitely like.
Sound like his Playland music.
Now, some of the lyrics are
That's what it
incredibly
sounds like.
stupid.
Sound like some horror
Like copyrighted, but it's a lot. Somebody killed little Susie, the girl with the tune, and she was there screaming, beating her voice in her doom. A fall down the stairs, her dress torn. Oh, the blood in her hair. She lies there so tenderly, fashioned so slenderly. Lift her with care. Oh, the blood in her hair. Now, supposedly this song was written about a real murder, but nobody could figure it out because nobody could find the real story. But there is a legend that if you listen to this song with headphones in a dark room, and
why you always gotta be in a dark
call
setting?
out to little Susie, she might answer you.
So she's like Bloody Mary?
Yeah.
No. I mean, I'll probably do it at some point. Maybe
I
I'll
will
do that as a
too.
separate video.
Maybe we could do it with Shane. I would like to do that with Shane. You already done it.
I already did it, so.
Because Michael Jackson wrote the song and he's passed, so the secret is with him. Okay, so those are a few of the creepiest songs ever, and then some really creepy hidden messages inside of them.
Okay,
But
we
I
still.
wanted
I
to
thought he was
delve a
done.
little deeper into
I thought he was done. It sounded like
I thought he was
You
too.
guys remember I did a conspiracy theory video where I talked about a channel called Via Subliminal. Now that channel makes a bunch of videos that are supposed to help you with your life, all through like subliminal messages.
Oh yeah, that was supposed to be like
Watch
change your
how
eye
you
color or something
Yeah.
like that.
Now once I put that video up, I got actually a lot of hate from people who make videos like this and who love videos like that. And they were saying, Shane, you just don't understand it. It works. Well, then I got
Really?
How?
a channel called Mind Audio Central. And this channel makes very similar videos to Vita Subliminal. Here's one that supposedly, if you watch, will turn your hair blonde.
Let's watch and see if something changed, y'all.
Now he reached out to me and said, Shane, I want to explain to you
Oh, it's
how
blonde.
this works.
Right.
It does in fact
Beyonce
work.
now.
And I was
Okay,
like, you know
yeah.
what? Let's do an interview because I really got to hear what he has to say. So without further ado, here is my interview.
I just want to see their viewpoint. Like, how do you think that this works?
Okay, guys, I am here with Mind Audio Central.
I would not expect
I would not.
little scares to I wouldn't expect little scares. What is scares little brother doing there, bro? Like, you cannot tell me this. Don't let like.
He needs a flannel, and
then he's good. Yeah, he get a flannel.
He
He's
needs to
great.
play Overwatch, do some Overwatch gameplays, talk about FaZe.
Yeah, let's dive on in, man. Oh my god.
A variety of like different topics and different audios that
I'm sorry, he looks like
YouTube, and I've sort of created my channel as a place where everybody can get that all like in one place. So there's things like subliminals, like binaurals, all that type of stuff. They can get it all in one place. So you reached out to me after I did the conspiracy video because you were like, listen, like this is a real thing. It's not a conspiracy, but it's also not creepy. And you were trying to explain it to me, and I was like, fuck it, let's just do an interview because I'm very fascinated. So you really do believe that if you watch a video that tells you that you're gonna get green eyes, that it could work? So the whole thing is, you don't like watch a video. It's actually like the audio that's in there, and basically what it is just it's like messages in there, and as you kind of talked about in your video, like, oh, what are they doing, and we just hide affirmations or those messages in music and other things, and they go to the subconscious, and it basically tells you subconscious like, hey, this change needs to be made because your mind is like a very powerful like body part. It
I don't think it's gonna change my
things that are happening
DNA.
that you don't know. You're taking control. Like obviously you don't need to consciously think like, oh, I need to breathe, or my liver needs to do like its hundreds of functions, and by like talking to the subconscious, sending messages to it, you can get it to change different things basically. So underneath, so you'll have like music playing, and then really low in the music, it'll be like, you need to change your eye color or something like that. Yeah. So then how does it
work?
Manifest into?
Has anyone proven that it works?
Can your brain change your eye color?
Well, I think for another instance, because this is a more popular video on my channel, I have a Get Shorter Subliminal, and basically what happens there is when people like keep listening to those affirmations like once a day or something, they have a schedule, it keeps pushing those affirmations to the subconscious, and it's telling your body like, oh, the sponginess of like your bones is changing, that sort of thing, telling different things to change. And I mean, a lot of people have said in the comments that they've gotten results. Some people have like taken pictures. So I mean, it seemed to be like a big success. And I think the whole thing is also just, it's the amount of time that it takes. Like some people are impatient and they listen once and they're like, is this a joke? Like, you know, is this real or whatever? But I think the biggest thing is that it definitely takes patience. Like, it's not something that just happens like in 2 seconds.
Well,
so.
I am not surprised because, I mean, I've heard for years that your brain, you're only using, what, like 3% of it or 10% of it or something really
I've been
crazy
hearing
low.
10%. I've been hearing that you use only like 10% and not unlock the 90.
Moving shit around. So if you're tapping into that part of your brain, maybe you could change your body or things in your life. Like maybe it's almost like magic, but real.
I mean, the brain is amazing, but I will say that it's a myth. I think a more accurate statement would be we're not using 100% of our brain like all the time because there's different loads you only use in specific situations. But yeah, no, the subconscious is a very powerful thing. You know, it is kind of the background of like everybody, and it can, you know, kind of stores different things. I guess you could say, you know, whether you have social anxiety or things like that. You know, it's like it's all in there, and it can all be like changed, and you just have to learn how to tap into it.
Do you think though that this could be used for evil? I mean, what if, you know, the government starts putting out all these audios on TV or in radio, or what if, you know, record labels figure it out and they start promoting things through their...
They probably already are. You know?
Probably already are.
Well, first of all, like, it started in advertising. They basically played like subliminals in a movie theater to, you know, sell popcorn and soda. And they looked at this and they were like, holy cow, this is like so effective. There's no way we should make this legal. So by my knowledge in advertising, subliminals were made legal in those. And it's why they're like really elaborate. I actually once saw this whole thing with an AARP commercial. It was really quiet, but you could hear like something blasting from the TV in the background, and if you like turned it up enough, you would actually hear something in there. So I mean, they could already be doing that. So
I think they are. I think they're already doing that to get people to buy stuff.
It's also just, we don't want to freak people out either, because then when they go to our videos, they're thinking, you know, like, oh no, this is totally bad. But we want to be able to let people know what the difference is between, like, you know, people using it in advertising and people, I guess if you wanted to say, reverse engineering it for the public's benefit.
Can be used for good? Like, could this be used to help people get over, you know, smoking or dieting?
I think so.
You know, even like learning disabilities.
Yeah, subliminals, they're a double-edged sword. It really depends on, you know, what you're using it for, that sort of thing. You know, people can use them in commercials for bad things, but, you know, we can also engineer them for great things. And I think the whole thing is, like, the things you split right there are kind of, they can be subconscious behaviors. They can be things kind of hidden in there. And, yeah, I mean, those behaviors can be changed with subliminals.
Wow. There you guys go. Go check out his channel, Audio Central, if you want to change things in your life. I'm going to be trying it. Subliminal messaging could be used for good. It also could be used for bad. Either way, it's very, very real. Well, there you guys go. Subliminal messages are very real, and they can be used for positives. They also can be used for negatives. I don't know. I just find all of this stuff fascinating.
Yeah, it is very.
It is.
Songs, subliminal messages, and advertising. All of it is just very fascinating. So there you guys go.
Oh yeah. So I believe in the whole like using subliminals like to put out like messages for good and everything, because it actually does work. Like if you like have y'all ever noticed that people that are like happy and stay positive all the time, they usually almost never have like any like hard, like they really don't go through a lot of like hardships. They may, but like it's not like really like any bad times. They're like always positive or whatever, and like they're like confident in what's going to happen in the future and stuff like that. It happens because they work towards it, and anything negative that comes, they just like, oh whatever, and just keep going, and then their goal eventually gets achieved. I feel like that is like subliminal messaging. If you tell yourself like, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna make this much money this year, or I'm gonna become this at this age or whatever like that, and you work towards that while ignoring all the bad stuff, like, oh you suck and all that stuff like that, then that person eventually gets there. But then the person that is focusing on those negative comments, like, oh, you can't do it. So if you say, yes, I could do it, but then people are like, oh, no, you can't do it. You can't do this. You can't do that. And then they listen to that, they don't go anywhere.
I remember I was watching, I didn't watch it, but I saw your picture. In case you know, it's like saying, at first they laugh at you, and then there's a period where, you know, then you start, you know, getting there, and then there's a point where now they're asking you how'd you do it.
Yeah.
So at first they laugh at you, like, oh,
and then
you
when
know,
you finally get there, they're like, how'd you do it after me saying all that bad stuff?
Mm-hmm.
How'd you continue? Like, I just ignored you. Like, that's it. Just
first they laugh. Anybody great they laughed at, I'm guaranteed you. Oh, the, you know, like Thomas Edison. Oh, light.
Right.
And then he's like, he got the light, and they're like, oh.
Yeah, like all the people that made like invention and stuff like that, they were known as crazy people. Like to invent electricity, to invent like the phone, the TV, all this other stuff. They're like, oh, you're crazy, you're whatever, and they make it, and now look at where we are today.
Even now, you look at people like parents was like, "Oh, you always on that video game. You'll never make any money off that video game."
Yes, y'all. If y'all are always playing video games, there is now a big old field. Like, well, it's been there, but I'm just saying it's getting bigger now. Like, we saw an article saying that maybe esports teams, and esports, if you guys don't know what it is basically playing video games as a sport. Like, you're playing in a championship and you win money, and it's a lot of money. Let me say that. But they're going into the Asian Games. 2022
might be getting a Olympic medal.
So you can get like a gold medal in esports. So if you're really good and all your parents say is, "Oh, you just play the game all the time," go ahead and enter those tournaments and win you 100,000, 200,000, however much money it is. Okay, it's gonna work out for you.
Yeah. But anyway, guys, sorry to talk so much.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, please comment below.
Don't forget to like and share.
Just more guys do.